The movie kicks off in Los Angeles 2030. 4 years earlier, during the Great Depression of 2026, California introduced the Grand Lottery. It was a lifeline for both the government and the desperate public, but with one deadly twist. The winner could be killed before sundown, and whoever killed them could legally claim the jackpot. No guns allowed. Now, in 2030, a man named Steer is on the run through the streets of LA with an angry mob chasing him, eager to snatch his fortune. People even abandon their cars just to join the hunt. Steer fights back, taking down a few attackers, then makes a daring leap from a parking garage into a stranger's backyard. Inside a house, he meets a harmless-looking grandmother. Thinking she's clueless, he smashes her phone and catches his breath. But she's not as innocent as she looks. When a drone outside reveals his location, she calmly grabs a gun and shoots him in the head. Turns out, she knew exactly who he was. Moments later, the lottery officials arrive, confirm her kill, and hand her a massive $22 million check. She's instantly famous. Meanwhile, on a bus, we meet Katie, an aspiring actress clutching an Oscar keychain. She overhears a man verbally tearing down his young daughter for messing up an audition. Katie can't stand it. She pretends to be a cop and threatens him with child services. The guy backs down instantly. Later, an old lady strikes up a conversation with Katie, and we learn she's in LA chasing her acting dreams. But as the woman leaves, Katie realizes her watch is missing. Frustrated, she notices a billboard for Lewis's protection agency, which protects lottery winners. She's confused. What even is the California Deadly Lottery? Then she sees the tense faces around her and finally hears the chilling answer, Lottery Day is tomorrow. Katie's still confused about this whole Lottery Day thing, but the media can't stop hyping it up. The next drawing is just 18 hours away and the jackpot has hit a jaw-dropping $3.6 billion. Ticket sales are breaking records and everyone's obsessed. Meanwhile, we meet Noel, a security expert who protects lottery winners. He's at home, prepping his gear while singing the Ninja Turtles theme song, clearly enjoying his job a little too much. Back to Katie. She finally arrives at her Airbnb, only to realize the place looks nothing like the pictures. It's a complete dump. The host, Shadi, admits they used fake photos because, well, who would stay here otherwise? Shadi is loud, rude, and plastered all over the walls in selfies. She even brags about ignoring her mom's calls for years, only to casually mention, "Oh, my mom's dead." Yikes. To make things worse, Shadi's boyfriend, DJ, is just as obnoxious. At one point, he even slaps Katie, claiming he thought she'd dodge because her bag said, fighting school. When she explains it's for stage fighting, DJ is shocked that movie fights are fake. Yes, DJ, they are. The next morning is a disaster. A leak from upstairs ruins Katie's clothes on the day of an important audition. When she complains, Shadi offers to rent her clothes for $40. With no choice, Katie pays up for the ugliest outfit ever and calls a cab because she's already late. The cab ride is no better. The driver won't shut up about celebrity gossip, even bragging that she built Machine Gun Kelly's panic room. Katie can't resist asking, what does Machine Gun Kelly have to panic about? Finally, she makes it to the audition, only to learn there's a $400 fee just to perform. Broke and frustrated, she hands over the cash. During her monologue, Katie talks about her childhood acting career and how she quit to care for her sick mom in Michigan. After her mom passed, she came back to chase her dream again, but then disaster strikes. While fumbling in her pocket for her notes, Katie accidentally pulls out Shadi's lottery ticket and her thumb hits the fingerprint scanner. The system instantly registers her as a player and snaps her photo. Panicking, she shoves it back in her pocket and tries to finish the audition like nothing happened. Things take a weird turn during Katie's audition when the men running it start asking her to do bizarre things, like touching her toes while delivering lines or even jiggling during a dramatic monologue. Disgusted, Katie demands her money back, but instead, they toss her out into the hallway. As she's leaving, Katie wishes another actress good luck with the classic line, "Break a leg." The woman responds awkwardly, "Break your entire body." Thank you, weird, right? Suddenly, every lottery ticket in the room lights up, flashing Katie's face and announcing her as the new winner. Within seconds, the actress's friendly smiles vanish. They surround Katie like predators, eyes full of greed. Still clueless, she stammers, I definitely didn't get the part, so there's no need for the death stares. Then chaos erupts. The actresses attack her with anything they can grab. What the? Break a leg means good luck in theater. Calm down, Katie shouts while dodging chairs and punches. Even the office workers join in. It's like a full-blown brawl for survival. Katie bolts upstairs, ducks into a room, only to realize she's stumbled into a karate class. And these guys, not interested in sparring. They're here for her jackpot. They attack her and each other like maniacs. The coach slams Katie through a wall, sending her crashing into a yoga class, and yep, those people join the fight too. The room turns into an all-out war zone. Pinned down and barely breathing, Katie's about to lose when suddenly, Noel crashes through the ceiling like an action hero. He takes out the karate coach in one move and offers Katie a deal, 10% of her jackpot if he keeps her alive. With no other choice, she signs his contract on his phone, praying this guy knows what he's doing. From that moment, Noel goes full John Wick mode. using everything as a weapon, even Katie herself. He's unstoppable, predicting every move, dropping opponents like flies. Katie, still panicking, grabs Noel's dart gun and tries to threaten him. He calmly takes it back, explaining it only fires paralysis rounds. Not much help there. After arranging the unconscious bodies so none choke on their tongues, Noel explains the brutal rules. Only players can kill the winner, no guns are allowed, just melee weapons, and the killer gets the jackpot. Oh, and the worst part? A lottery drone broadcasts her location every 14 minutes. No wonder everyone's coming for her. As they make their escape, a food truck guy suddenly hurls a knife at Katie. Noel saves her in the nick of time, and they dive into his car. Katie looks at him wide-eyed and blurts out, "I have no idea what's going on, but I'm guessing you're some kind of kung fu bodybuilder." Noel makes sure the people he knocked out won't choke, then speeds away with Katie. But there's no time to relax. Alerts hit everyone's phones. Her location is live. The hunt is on. People drop everything. Even the sweet old lady from the bus grabs a gun straight out of No Country for Old Men. Everyone wants the jackpot. As they race through the streets, Noel explains the brutal rules. Katie must survive until sundown. Until then, anyone with a losing ticket can legally kill her and take the prize. There's no quitting. She begs for a way out, but Noel says the only option is to leave the city. A nearly impossible task. Before they can plan, a gang of bikers and ATV riders shows up. They hurl Molotov cocktails, setting the car on fire. Katie panics, but Noel stays calm, steering into an old warehouse where the wind kills the flames. Inside, he weaves through tight spaces as fans keep attacking. Breathless, Katie insists on quitting, but Noel tries to convince her otherwise. Still, he agrees to help her escape the city. The bikers find them again, and the chase picks up. One attacker jumps through the back window, and a brutal fight erupts inside the car. Noel grabs a broken mirror to smash the biker while yelling at Katie to drive. She panics, claiming she can't, but Noel ignores her and keeps fighting, even securing her helmet before kicking the guy out of the moving car. "What the hell?" Katie yells. Noel smirks. "You think I'd kick someone out without a helmet?" The gang throws another Molotov, and Noel orders Katie to smash through a wall. She hesitates, but he pushes her to do it. The car bursts through, leaving the bikers crashing behind. Katie even knocks one out with her helmet. For a moment, it feels like they've won, until the car breaks down from all the damage. Katie bolts, trying to escape on foot, but Noel stops her. She lashes out using her stage fighting moves, even breaks his nose with a punch. Instead of getting mad, Noel compliments her, calmly popping his nose back into place. "Good job," he says with a grin. Just then, a police car pulls up. Katie runs toward it, thinking help has finally arrived. But things are about to get even worse. The cops weren't there to help. They were ready to kill Katie too. Just as they fire a taser, Noel grabs it midair and fights them off, giving Katie a chance to run. She bolts into the street and spots something chilling. The Pinky Poo Poo mascot staring right at her. Desperate to hide, she shields her face with a map. But then her lottery ticket buzzes with a location update from a DJI-inspired drone. People notice the signal. It means she's close. Panic sets in. Katie dashes into a wax museum only to be stopped by the guard who says it's closed for renovations. But then, he recognizes her, not just as the lottery target, but from her childhood TV ads. He smiles, admitting he has a daughter her age and hates the lottery system. "You're safe here," he says. Relieved, Katie hides inside, passing a weird wax figure that's supposed to be JLO. But honestly, it looks more like a grumpy mom asking to speak to the manager. Then her phone rings. It's Shadi, pretending to be sympathetic. She offers help, but Katie hears the truth in the background. Pinky Poo Poo's voice. Shadi is hunting her too. Katie's heart races. Before she can react, one of the wax figures moves. It's the guard, welcoming Shadi and DJ inside. But then he remembers. They're banned for doing something dirty with the Tin Man statue. Shadi doesn't care. She knocks the guard out cold, and they storm in. Katie tries to sneak away, but DJ spots her and shoves her onto a desk. She fights back hard, smashing a bottle on Shadi's head and throwing sand in DJ's face. But the couple attacks with broken statue pieces. The fight rages through the museum, from the main hall to the horror room, with everyone grabbing props as weapons. Katie channels her inner Jackie Chan, dodging a knife and even surviving an axe throw. Thankfully, it's fake. Finally, Katie hits the shutter button to trap them inside. But before escaping, she remembers what Noel taught her and makes sure the guard won't choke on his tongue. "Now I'm the weirdo who cares about strangers' tongues," she mutters, before diving out just as the shutters slam down, leaving Shadi and DJ trapped. On the street, a tour guide spots her and announces her location over the mic. Just when it seems over, Noel screeches up in a stolen police car and grabs her. The fans aren't done. They jump on the bus and give chase. Inside the car, Katie still doesn't trust him. She suspects he wants her dead so he can collect the payout. Noel just smirks. "Have you ever considered I might actually be a nice person?" Katie shoots back. "Sure, a nice person who really wants a super yacht." The tour bus keeps ramming into the back of their car, making Katie wish for a bomb shelter. Then she remembers the taxi driver talking about Machine Gun Kelly's panic bunker. Perfect. They speed toward MGK's house and beg him to let them in. But MGK misunderstands and thinks they're asking for something inappropriate. Katie insists, and just then, the bus pulls up. Acting fast, she grabs Noel's dart gun and forces MGK to open the panic room. They rush inside, but Noel points out a big problem. MGK knows the code. He could tell the fans. Katie hesitates for a second, then shoots him with a tranquilizer. You know, I'm more of a white wine guy, but this feels pretty cool, Noel jokes as they leave the wrapper behind. Before the door closes, a fan shoves his hand through the gap. Noel reaches for the dart gun, but Katie panics, thinking he's aiming at her. She grabs the gun and shoots the fan instead, then slams the door shut and aims the gun at Noel, accusing him of trying to kill her. The accusation stings, but Noel doesn't argue. He just cracks a joke. So, Machine Gun Kelly has a panic room? What's he panicking about? Running out of skin for tattoos? Katie smirks despite herself, realizing they share the same sense of humor. Noel assures her they're safe, but Katie snaps, "Stop reassuring me! I'm allowed to panic in a panic room." Still wary, she keeps the gun pointed at him. To calm things down, Noel sits beside her and shares a little about himself. Then Katie's keychain falls out of her pocket. When Noel compliments it, she opens up. She tells him she became an actress for her mom, who loved movies. Her mom gave her the keychain as a reminder that she'd be proud no matter what. Katie admits her dad stole all her childhood earnings, and now she fears Noel might kill her for the prize money. Feeling bad, she hands the gun back. Noel lightens the mood with an epic pep talk. Once, 4 baby turtles fell into a sewer, got covered in radioactive ooze. Did they spend their lives not trusting anyone? No. They protected New Yorkers and ate pizza. You gotta find your inner turtle power. Katie grins. Can I be Michelangelo? Noel smirks. No, I'm always Michelangelo. Katie asks why he's helping her quit. Noel says his first priority is saving lives, and second is making enough money to keep doing that. Outside, the mob pounds on the door. Meanwhile, Shadi tries to wake MGK, then, out of nowhere, hurls him into the pool like a WWE wrestler. When he comes to, she demands the panic room code. Inside, Noel realizes they're out of time. He orders a phone strike, hides Katie's phone in a safe, and braces the door. Shadi cracks the code just as an alert hits every phone outside. But it's a trap. The phones start exploding, burning people and causing chaos. Taking advantage, Noel and Katie escape. Before leaving, Noel even puts out the flames on someone's groin. Outside, security guards wait with bulletproof cars and rubber guns. They only want Katie, but she insists Noel comes too. On the way, she asks if Noel works for them. He says he used to, but now he's freelance. Moments later, they reach headquarters where Katie meets Lewis and learns this is Noel's old security company. Katie isn't impressed with Noel, especially since he keeps mocking her and dismissing his role in saving her. I mean, most people don't last 15 minutes without representation, she says. You've already made it several hours alone. Well, mostly alone. Of course not. You had all of our ancestors looking out for you. Noel jokes. Katie glares. No, I was with him. Oh, you meant Noel? She realizes, rolling her eyes. She asks to be taken out of the city, but Lewis hands her a new iPhone 15, already 6 years old in 2030, and tries to convince her to stay in the game. You're in the safest building in the country, he points out, and only 4 game hours left. Lewis gives them a tour, showing walls covered with the names of winners they've saved. Some are listed as anonymous, having risked their lives and kept the commission instead of letting the agency rescue them. He explains the agency charges a 30% fee for their services. Katie bargains for 30% of the profit to go to Noel. Even he is flattered. She teases Lewis about his outfit, joking he looks more ready for a sing-off with Celine Dion than a fight. Lewis demonstrates his toughness by showing off his slimline grenades. Meanwhile, cameras reveal the crowd outside is gathering, or as Lewis calls them, fans. He decides it's safer to move Katie to a hidden underground fortress using decoy vehicles and a disguise. While they recover from their wounds, Noel opens up. He used to be a mercenary with Lewis, traveling the world to take down dangerous targets. One day, he realized not all victims were bad and quit mid-mission. He tried to convince Lewis to leave too, but Lewis ignored him and the mission went wrong. Their unit wiped out, leaving Lewis as the only survivor. Now, Noel uses his earnings to support both the families of his victims and his fallen teammates. Katie shares her story too. Her dad was her manager, forcing her to work nonstop as a child actor. When she turned 18, she wanted control of her money. He promised to take care of her, but the next morning, he vanished, taking all her savings. Katie had to care for her sick mother, who passed away a month ago, leaving her with only $600 for a bus ticket to LA. My own father didn't hesitate for a second to choose money over me and my mom. How was I supposed to trust you? She asks. But I do trust you, Noel, she adds. An employee then brings in a prosthetics machine, and Katie carefully puts her face inside, preparing for a disguise to stay safe in the deadly lottery game. The machine applies a mask, making Katie look like an old man. Noel immediately questions moving her out of the relatively safe facility. It doesn't make sense. The place is expensive to maintain, especially with only 30% of the old prizes, and client traffic has been low. Katie jokes, breaking the tension. You think it's a setup? Noel pauses, then blurts, I just farted. It's probably the muscle relaxant. Nothing loosens a sphincter faster. With her disguise complete, Noel realizes the truth. Lewis has been pretending to protect winners while secretly killing them. No wonder so many winners requested anonymity this year. Lewis eliminated them all. "We're in a honey trap," Noel mutters. Lewis drives them to a car, but Katie insists Noel comes along. Lewis refuses, promising to protect her with the same phrase her father once used before stealing her money. "I'll take care of you, sweetheart." Trust me, Katie doesn't buy it. She kicks him in the groin, and Noel uses the moment to open the garage, letting the fans flood in. He shoots guards with dart guns as the crowd swarms, but they don't recognize Katie. Handing her a keycard, he tells her to run while he buys time. Katie slips into a decoy car on autopilot. As the AI drives off, Lewis realizes she's escaping and sends his people after her. The heat inside the car forces Katie to remove the mask. Taking control, she swerves off the planned route, fleeing the city. Meanwhile, Bobby Lee announces on his stream that the lottery drone has lost track of her. Cheers erupt. The fans unknowingly toast Katie as their new hero. Just as she thinks she's safe, Lewis calls, ordering her to turn around or he'll kill Noel. Despite Noel urging her to keep going, Katie can't ignore the threat. Reluctantly, she turns back. Lewis leads her to an old theater, where he begins explaining his twisted worldview. Money is all that matters, and Katie isn't a person, just a walking ATM. He drops a darker truth. During a mission, Noel supposedly bailed on him, robbing and killing a family for gold. Lewis even killed his own men to keep all the spoils. Noel realizes he's been blaming himself for decades for things that were never his fault. With only 15 minutes left on the clock, Katie grabs a bolt gun from the glove compartment, the SpongeBob gun. She storms onto the stage where Lewis and Noel are, threatening to commit the unthinkable so no one profits from the deadly lottery. Lewis laughs, unconvinced, until Katie points out he would have killed her anyway. She explains that she's streaming everything live on social media. "Oh, you're crazy, Katie Kim," he scoffs. Katie vents her misery. No friends, no family, and how Noel is the only person who truly cares. She's on the verge of pulling the trigger when Lewis surprisingly drops the handcuff keys to Noel and offers her a deal. Katie pretends to consider it, buying herself a moment to strategize. Katie Sparta kicks Lewis off the stage, revealing she's been acting all along. The live stream exposes her location, and fans flood the theater. Chaos erupts. Katie grabs anything to defend herself as Lewis lunges, but Noel jumps in, using a chair like a turtle shell while singing Turtle Power. Katie bites Lewis to break free and tosses the keys to Noel, who joins the fight. Shadi bursts in with a katana, but Katie disarms her with a headbutt. With minutes left, fans rush in. Katie climbs the stage to stay safe while Lewis attacks with an axe, but Noel overpowers him. Stage decorations collapse under Noel's strategy to slow the crowd. Lewis's men arrive, some forming a ladder to reach him, but Katie slips, dangling over the edge. She triggers the grenade she sabotaged earlier, taking out Lewis. Fans catch Katie just in time, proving they are truly on her side. The countdown hits 0. Katie hugs Noel, promising him 50% of her winnings. She announces she's done with acting. 6 months later, Katie and Noel run charities, a self-defense and stage fighting school, and even a Ninja Turtles-themed pizzeria, while taking a vacation on their own super yacht. The Grand Lottery promises an even bigger jackpot next time.